Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's your girl Regine. What it do? What it do? You are now listening to the Bold, the Brown, and the Opinionated podcast. What's up, y'all? What we talking about today? Let's get into it.
What y'all been up to? It's been about 3 weeks since y'all last heard my voice. Did y'all miss me? Well, if y'all ain't miss me, I still miss y'all, okay? I came here today to sound off on a few things that are weighing heavy on my heart today. And what a sound off is basically going to be me venting, ranting, or stating my opinion, hence the last word in my name, opinionated, about current events and different things that's going on in my city, in the state, in the world, all around, and they're just going to be mini episodes, so they're not going to be extremely long, and they're not going to be like really short either. So they're going to be, I would say, no more than 10 to 12 minutes, 15 at the max, and they'll be produced at random. So it's not going to be a weekly thing or a monthly thing. Whenever I feel as though I should come on and state my opinion about something, that's what I'll do, just to give you guys a heads up. Now, initially, when I first started this sound off, I was going to do it about the killing of a well known Pittsburgh artist by the name of Jimmy Wopo. So I will be sounding off about him and his killing and how I feel about that. But I also will be sounding off on the killing 17-year-old Antwon as well, who was killed in the East Pittsburgh neighborhood in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So this will be a double sound off. Now, I just want to let everyone listening that this isn't normal. I'm not normally going to do double sound off, but because these two tragic events happened in the same week, I felt it was necessary, extremely necessary, to state my opinion and kind of go on a tangent, if you shall say, about these two killings. Very different. Let's start there. Very different from one another. One is a cop killing someone, and the other one is a well known Pittsburgh artist being killed. So let's start with Jimmy Wopo since he was the first one gone so sadly. So, for those of you who do not know Jimmy Wopo, he was the best known for his hit single Elm Street that had almost 7 million views on YouTube. I'm telling y'all, that song used to get blasted in the clubs and the bars in Pittsburgh. More than just Pittsburgh. I'm sure all around the country used to get blasted. And the reason why I want to sound off is because he was recently killed in a double shooting that took place in the Hill District neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So yes, y'all, he was killed in his own hometown. Can y'all believe that? The place that supported him the most, or was supposed to support him the most, the same streets that he walked, I'm sure day in and day out, turned around, and that's where he took his last breath. Now, let's be clear, his murderer has not been found, so we still need justice for his killing, and hopefully the other person who was also shot gets justice as well. But one thing that I really want to state my opinion about is how I hear so many people on Facebook, Instagram saying he should have left Pittsburgh. Why was he still here? Why was he still in the hood? He got money now. He can leave. It been his time to go. He should have been left. If it was me, let me stop y'all right there. It's not you. So therefore, you cannot talk about what you would do if you are in his situation if you're never been in his situation. Now I get it, y'all. I know it's easy to say what you would do, but when that time comes, you never know. Honestly, you truly never know. Now, me personally, I've been told y'all before. I've been trying to leave Pittsburgh since last May, and look at me. I'm still in Pittsburgh, and it's not because I want to be. That's for sure. All I'm saying is that if Wapo had the perfect scenario or the perfect setup for him to leave the bird, I believe he would have left. But him, just like many other people, got family and friends that was dependent on him. And he probably didn't want to just up and leave like that. And yes, like many people, I initially said the same thing. Well, why was he still in Pittsburgh? But sometimes it's so easy to just state your opinion or just to fire back, just to clap back. But once you take a second and look at it from a different perspective, I get it. I definitely get it. Secondly, before we blast this man and talk about his past and how he went to jail and how he was in the streets, let's stop for a moment and let's just think about his music and let's remember him for that. Because don't forget, everyone has a past, okay? whether or not you choose to accept it or not. You have a past. Your mother has a past. Your father has a past. Everyone has a past. How do you know this man wasn't going to go turn his life around? How do you know he wanted to get out? I'm sure he wanted to get out. But y'all sitting here bringing up his past and the things that he did. This man is dead now. There is no coming back. So let's stop bringing up the things that he did and let's start remembering his music. Remember how I used to make you nod your head. Remember how I used to make you do your little dance, do your little two-step that you do. Let's remember him for that. And for everyone saying, well, he shouldn't have been in the hood, he shouldn't have been around all those people. Let me paint a picture for y'all. If I'm with my friend and she's a stripper, but I'm with her, and God forbid, but say she gets raped, because I'm with her, do I deserve to get raped as well? Exactly. Y'all see how crazy that sounds? Just as crazy as y'all sound saying he shouldn't have been around the way. Now, I'm not defending his actions or what he did in the past. Don't get me wrong with that. But all I'm saying is that nobody is perfect, y'all. So instead of bashing this man and talking about all the things that y'all would have did if y'all was him, let's turn on YouTube, go to his SoundCloud, go to his Spotify, and how about we just play his music and remember the good times and how he used to make y'all feel. Okay? And let's remember him from that. Now that's all I gotta say about the Jimmy Wopo situation. Secondly, I know, I know y'all heard about the 17-year-old boy who was killed by the police in East Pittsburgh. And if you didn't hear about it, I suggest you turn on the news, go on social media, and I am certain you will hear about it and see all about it, okay? Now, just a little background story. Now, this story is still developing, as you guys know. So, per the news, there was a car that looked like a vehicle that was spotted leaving a shooting that happened in Pittsburgh earlier that day. They stopped the car and handcuffed the driver. While doing so, two young men ran out the car, and that's when the coward of a cop decided to draw his gun and shoot the young boy while he was running. Y'all, they shot this boy 3 times. 3 times they shot this young man. Not once, not twice, but you decided to pull the trigger 3 times. So you're telling me you're not shooting in his ankle, shooting in a knee. So that tells me that you were shooting to kill, correct? If I want to kill somebody, I'm going to shoot him in the chest. Exactly. How does that sound? It sounds ridiculous because it is. And another news article said that when the ambulance came, he was DOA, which means he was dead on arrival. Now, one of the videos, I do see him on a stretcher getting put in the ambulance, and then I see the medic doing CPR. But he wasn't doing CPR that whole time, so I kind of thought, is he doing that just for the camera, or did that young man really have a chance right there? So now it is still a developing story. So continue to check your news articles and see and we'll really get to see what the real story is if it ever comes out. And thank you to that girl that was recording. Cause sis, you just I mean, I know we can never bring back that young man back to his friends and his family, but you have literally that 30-second clip has answered so many questions already. So thank you, sister, for that. But my first real question is, as a cop, why is the first thing you do is draw your gun? Are y'all trained to shoot first and ask questions later? No, I'm serious. Like, are y'all trained to shoot first and ask questions later? That's all I really want to know. If that cop would have taken a second, y'all, a millisecond, just 1 second to think, do I want to pull this trigger or do I want to pull this gun? I can't help but think that that 17-year-old boy would have went home to his family. His mother would not be planning her son's funeral. His best friends and siblings would not be up, probably right at the second, crying themselves to sleep. Y'all hear me? He can't even go to college. All because of a cop who was too afraid to run after a young boy, so he decided to shoot him instead. Is this the way we want to have the rest of the summer? Seriously, think about it. We are at war with ourselves, and now we're at war with the police. We got black on black crime with Jimmy Wopo, assuming that the color is black, because we don't know, and we were outraged because of that. And on top of that, now we got to worry about the cops killing us too in our own city. In our own city, y'all. And we hear about it all the time on the news with Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown. But now that it's happening in Pittsburgh, where we lay our heads at, where your backyard is, you might even know somebody who know his friends or family. So now it's hitting home. Now it's becoming so real. So from now on, we gotta watch out for the streets, and we gotta watch out for the people who's supposed to protect us from the streets. And neither one of them were perfect. Okay, nobody's perfect. So y'all can say what y'all want, but I think we all can agree that both their deaths could have been 110% prevented. Prevented. Period. There was no reason why Jimmy Wopo should have died, and there's no reason why Antwon should have been killed by a cop. None. I honestly, there's no justification. And when Jimmy Wopo died, y'all, this was the first really nice day in Pittsburgh. It was about 90 degrees. Just that one particular day when Jimmy Wopo died, it was two people that got shot. So all summer, we got to worry about our brothers, our uncles, nephews, and our sons going outside because y'all deciding that shooting people up is the new wave. And now when we get pulled over, I got to turn around and make sure everybody in my car stay seated, hands are out, nobody touch nothing or make no sudden moves because we don't know when this cop is going to pull his gun out and start shooting us. All I'm asking is that Pittsburgh, can we please have a good summer? Shit, can we have a good rest of the year? We've dealt with so much loss already this year. Please, can we put the guns down, y'all? The cops and the people. We gotta put our guns down. And as much as I want to leave Pittsburgh, I can't sit here and bash the city like I thought I was going to do. Because if you move, there's going to be crime everywhere. Go to LA, crime. Move to Texas, crime. Move to Atlanta, crime. But when it comes to this city, I'm extra sensitive because it's mine. It's ours. It's yours. It's his. It's Jimmy Wapo's. It's Antoine's. And it's who made us who we are today. So before I get out of here, y'all, I just want to say rest in eternal peace, Jimmy Wapo and Antoine. You guys will never, ever be forgotten.
Lastly, I want to encourage my listeners to be all that you were meant to be with your boldness, to love the skin that you're in with your brown, glowing melanin. And remember, just because you're opinionated does not mean you're angry. So never be afraid to have an opinion. And before I go, please follow The Bold, The Brown, and The Opinionated Podcast on Facebook and Instagram for all your podcast updates. And until next time, my BBO gang, deuces.